back to our Day of Giving. We are so excited to be back here with you for our second segment with a true Firebird family here today.
That's right, Kate. Please help us welcome the Alardi family. We'll introduce them to you now. From the class of 2015, Tommy Alardi. And from the class of 2017, Billy Alardi. From the class of 2019, Patrick Alardi. And later on in the segment, we will have a video message from Ryan Alardi, who's a member of the class of 2013. Also, their mom, Marie Alardi, is with us today. Steve Alardi could not be with us today. He's at work. But guys, thanks for being here today with us.
It's our pleasure.
We are so excited to be here. So, Marie, tell us a little about your family.
So, well, as you can see, I've got 4 boys. They are all products of Catholic education. They were graduates from St. Joseph's School in Garden City, and then they continued their careers here. It's a lot of similar interests, a lot of different interests, but they've all had a chance to thrive here.
So why did you choose to send them to Kellenberg?
Well, you know, with the first child, there's always a lot of, you know, advice from people who have gone down that path before. We had heard a lot about Kellenberg. We started doing the high school tours, I guess, when Ryan was in 7th grade. And, you know, we are lucky that we live in an area with so many good choices out there, but Kellenberg really stood out. So something kept bringing us back here. And when the acceptance letters came out, that was back in the day when it was all done by mail, he was very excited to, you know, realize that he was going to be a Firebird. And I think just his very positive experience kind of led the others to choose the same path.
Amazing.
Gentlemen, talk about your time here, what you were involved in, what you did here at Kellenberg.
Well, for me, I was on soccer freshman year. First 2 years, played baseball. I did SALT, a lot of SMART with St. Martin's. A couple smaller clubs here and there, history club, stuff like that. But yeah, other than that, I was really into the sports here.
Yeah, so freshman year, I did cross country and history club and SALT. The rest of the 3 years, I kind of stuck with history club and SALT and a couple new clubs that came in, like CSI, and I ended up coaching the freshman football team. So that was a lot of fun.
I've been part of SALT for 4 years, and now I'm part of SPICE, so I'm helping lead the SALT. And I'm vice president of the Phoenix Emporium Bookstore. I was junior retreat staff last year, and I'm a Marius mentor now, so I also play golf, which is part of that.
And Patrick, what about Kellenberg? We'll start with you. What about Kellenberg made you want to come here?
Well, seeing 3 of my brothers go through the school, and I also, coming in as a freshman, Billy was a junior, so I knew I had somebody to look up to as I was going through school, and in case I ever needed help, I knew I had somebody. So Kellenberg was an easy choice.
Yeah, it was kind of similar for me. I saw that like my 2 older brothers had a really great time here. They had a lot of different clubs to offer, so that definitely affected my decision to come here.
Yeah, I think a little bit of the same for me. Once I saw Ryan go, I knew there was at least one person there that I know. I mean, it's always hard going somewhere new, especially like you go to college with tens of thousands of people, you don't know anyone. But to have someone there that you do know, you know, just in case, you know, what should I get involved in, stuff like that, it definitely made it a little easier for me. So that's probably the biggest reason.
Amazing. Now, Marie, as we all know, high school is a formative time for everyone. So how has Kellenberg helped your sons grow?
You know, how much time do you have? You know, I mean, we've been here, this is our 10th year now. Like the boys all said, I mean, it was good that they had someone here because, you know, it's a time where everyone's branching out. And, you know, their freshman class here was larger than their entire grade school, grades nursery to 8. So they were coming into a much bigger environment. We learned with our oldest very quickly that the kids are not just a number here. They can't hide here. Everyone really knows the students. And I think, you know, I think that helped as they were navigating those high school years, that they always had someone here. The doors have always been open to my kids as alum. They've come back to get advice or to visit the teachers. Even picking up transcripts in the college office, long after they've graduated. Everyone's always here because they were told from the very beginning that they were a family. So, as they're navigating those teen years, they've got this second family here where, let's face it, they spend the majority of their waking hours in school. So you want them to have that supportive network.
Definitely, and like you said, Kellenberg is a family, and you're a part of that family. So how has Kellenberg affected your life?
It's been very comforting to us as parents to know that they are in an environment that pretty closely mirrors the environment that we try to have at home. So there's, a lot of consistency there. We've just, like I said, over 10 years, we've had so many things happen in our family, good things and, sad things, and Kellenberg's always been there. So personally, it's been a great experience for us as parents.
Marie, you're quite the Firebird yourself. Describe some of the things that you've gotten involved with here at Kellenberg.
So from the very beginning, I did get involved with the mailing committee. I was involved with the kids' grade school, so I wanted to continue that here. So I got involved with the mailing committee, and that was nice because, when the kids are little, play dates and you're standing on the soccer field or the baseball field, you really get to know the parents. And then, you come here and you don't really know anyone, and all of a sudden people want to do sleepovers at a house that, you don't even know who the parents are. So it was nice to get involved with the mailing committee because you could kind of, talk to some of the parents. It's a once a month, low commitment, but really get a feel of the school from some of the more veteran parents, the lowdown on, even how many pieces of uniform items that you need to buy, or, how much money to put on the meal card. And then after that, we would volunteer at the various events, bartending and stuff like that. And then last year we were invited to be on the CAPA board. So we just started doing that this year. And we're the treasurers. So Denise Miles has been very kind in shepherding us along. So we've been doing that, and that will run next year. So we will technically be out of the school, but we'll still have a foot in the door, which is nice.
So as you just mentioned, this is your last year with your children in the school. Will you still continue to be a part of it and be involved?
If we're invited, absolutely. They might be very happy to say bye-bye. But yeah, no, if they asked us to stay, we would happily stay. It's been such a great experience. Honestly, to say all 10 years have been such a great experience.
Now that's amazing. Moving on, where are you guys attending college, and where do you plan to attend college next year?
I'll start, I guess. Well, right now I'm a senior at St. John's University in Queens, so studying sports management. So stayed in Catholic school my entire life. I was just what I was used to. But yeah, it's really good coming from a Catholic high school. I'm used to everything, the theology classes and stuff like that. The church, going to church on campus, stuff like that. It's all normal to me. Other kids come and they don't know, like, oh, I don't want to take a theology class. Like, I've been taking theology, religion since kindergarten, first grade. So it's just what I was used to, and it made it easier for me, I think.
I did a year down in Florida, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. I went down for their ROTC program mainly. Right now, I decided to come back and go to Nassau while I was still considering a few things. So I'm finishing up at Nassau, and I enlisted in the Marines about a month ago. So that's my plan.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So I'm not really set yet, but my path I'm probably going to choose is I'm going to play golf at College of Mount St. Vincent. So like Tommy said, it's going to be another Catholic school, so hopefully the transition will be easy, and they have less students than Kellenberg has, so hopefully it's going to be a good transition. So
Definitely. And anyone can jump in here for this question, but how has Kellenberg shaped or changed your life or your family?
Well, I'll kind of jump in for my oldest. He started his golf career really here. We were a big baseball family, and he ended up at Coastal Carolina in Myrtle Beach and was in their golf management program. And he was a caddy at Cherry Valley in Garden City. But it was here that he decided he was going to try out for the golf team and not the baseball team. And that was just something that really, a career path that opened to him that kind of started during these years.
Thank you.
Sure. Earlier we mentioned that Ryan Alardi, a member of the class of 2013, wasn't able to be here today, but he did send us a video message that he has for current students. He shares some of his experience here that he hopes to pass on to them. Let's take a look.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ryan Alardi. I graduated class of 2013, and I'm phoning in from South Florida, where I'd never be if it wasn't for getting involved early in high school. So my best advice to you would be to try everything. Now's the time. Get your feet wet, whether it be speech and debate, music, theater, athletics, business, any clubs that Kellenberg has to offer. Just try as many as you can. Find out what you're good at, find out what you like, and then use that to go up to college and beyond.
Thanks, Ryan. Now, last question. Anyone can take it. It's up for grabs. Do you give back to Kellenberg, and why is it so important?
Yeah, so every year when Day of Giving comes around and occasional events throughout the year, we always donate or give back. We volunteer at a lot of events that we have here. So it's definitely been, Kellenberg's definitely been like a part of our life ever since we've graduated from here.
Great.
Actually, Tommy's Eagle Scout project was with Father Tom's brother. So he did a collection for sports and school items that were sent down to the Solomon Islands. And Billy's Eagle Scout project was to benefit St. Martin de Porres. So even in the outside activities, for two of the kids anyway, we really roped the Marianists in.
Sure, and of course it kind of showcases the family aspect of Kellenberg all coming together. We thank you guys for being here. We do thank all of our donors who have supported our Day of Giving so far. We're so grateful for you. We're going to start off reading some donations, people who have supported us. Marie, would you like to start?
Sure. We have Robert and Patricia York, the parents of Mr. Bobby York, who is a Kellenberg faculty member and an alum from the class of 2001. And they are donating in grateful appreciation for all the wonderful years being part of the Kellenberg family. Keep going? Or?
Keep going.
Okay, and Marilyn Tadros, a Firebird grandparent. Marilyn says, congratulations to the class of 2019, especially my granddaughter, Maya Tadros. Congratulations to sophomore Veronica on her academic excellence and leadership. So proud of your accomplishments and grateful to Kellenberg for a wonderful education. We have Sean Gladner, who is an alum from the class of 2002. Thank you to the whole Kellenberg and Marianist community for everything. Firebird forever. Mr. Matt Bursig, who is a faculty member, and he simply says, one heart, one mind. And Mr. Chris Alfala, who is an alum from the class of 94, as well as a faculty member and coach. Go Firebirds, bleed blue and gold.
Who's next?
All right, and we have Nick Castelli, alum from the class of 2017. This gift is in honor of Father Thomas Cardone and Mr. Jeff Harris. Nick says, thanks to Kellenberg for all the great memories and lessons. We have one from Shane Jackson, alum from class of 2018. He says, this gift is in honor of Mr. Harris, Mr. Daddario, Mrs. York, Jordan, Katie, and all the technical staff and crew friends. Shane says, although I can't make a larger donation now, I'm giving what I can to continue supporting Kellenberg. And we also have Rob Palmieri, who are current parents. Rob is making this gift for Helen and Basil Palmieri, grandparents of Scott Palmieri, class of 2019.
Erin Chickwise, an alumni of class of 1999, says this gift is in loving memory of her cousin, Erica Lambert, an alumni from class of 1995. Then we have Ross Testiuti, an alumni of 2017, says this love this school, taught many lessons that will stick with me for the rest of my life. And Aaron Citrano, an alumni of class of 2003, with great appreciation for the blessings Kellenberg Memorial has given to me and my family. God bless all Firebirds, past, present, and future.
We also have Joe Citrano, an alum from class of 2003, that says, thank you to the Marianist community for giving us Kellenberg Memorial, and God bless Firebird Nation. Madison Callahan, an alum from 2018, says this gift is in honor of Mr. James O'Brien and Mr. Basil. Madison says, for me, Kellenberg was and always will be a family. I couldn't have been more blessed to attend this school in the world. My hope is that one day my kids can find the same joy, security, enthusiasm, and values that I did here. And then the Cummings family, who are current parents, said, we are so grateful to be a part of the Kellenberg family. It is truly a beautiful place to grow.
And Marie, you had an announcement you wanted to make?
Oh yes, we will be adding our family donation to the Day of Giving in grateful appreciation for everything Kellenberg has done for us as a family and as individual students.
Thank you.
guys. Great.
Thank you so much. So we want to thank you, Tommy, Billy, Patrick, and Ryan through message. Thank you so much for being here. Lots of luck in your future and everything you'll be doing. Marie, thank you so much for your generous donation, for being here today, and for being a part of the Firebird family.
It was absolutely our pleasure. It's hard to believe it's coming to an end.
Definitely.
Yeah. Before we end this segment, we want to take a look at our Day of Giving total. You're going to see it come up on your screen in just a moment. It's a thermometer. Basically, what we want to do is reach the top of that thermometer. So let's take a look at that now, as our Day of Giving total is rising to $38,527 with a total of 531 donors. Guys, that is awesome. We are off to a great start of our 4th annual Day of Giving. We thank you so much.
Hey, Jordan, did you know that Kellenberg has a podcast?
I do know.
Well, we will be sitting in on a segment from the Untitled Podcast Project later in our next segment. Earlier today, we mentioned how we'll be watching segments of Nick Castelli's video, Running the Race. And today we leave you with this segment, Marriage, featuring KMHS alumni and faculty members, Joe and Marcy Fiore, who explore how love and selflessness, as well as Kellenberg teachings of friendship and trust, help to grow a marriage and a family.
We'll see you right back here at 12 o'clock for the podcast.
There's a lot of different forms of love. There's love to your parents, love to your siblings, love to your wife, love to your children. It's selflessness. In our relationships, there is an aspect of selflessness in each one of those aspects of love. There's an aspect of selflessness to our parents, to our wife, to our children. But in marriage, there is a romantic aspect which makes love that much stronger, and that's what our faith teaches us about love. Is marriage is a journey, and there's a even stronger connection in marriage because you are bringing children into the world. And you really understand how God feels about us. And we are all his children, and now we have a child of our own. This child cannot eat. He cannot sleep. He needs us.
I would say our marriage is definitely not only an emotional, but it's also a spiritual union. You have the same beliefs. You want to better the other person. So for us, we laugh together. We do. We were awake the other night with the baby at 4 a.m. and he's laughing or he needs to be changed, and that's a friendship. We're together. You are enjoying each other's presence. You are helping each other. And something that's always stuck with me is, in a marriage, your goal, and I think Father Tom once told us, is your goal is to get your spouse to heaven. So for me, marriage is everything that I do or I need to do, I'm trying to get him to heaven, and likewise, he's trying to get me to heaven. Growing up at Kellenberg, you were always helping the person next to you, helping the person sitting behind you in homeroom. Definitely in marriage, it's a big commitment to work with each other, and if someone needs something, you stop what you're doing and you help that person, no matter what your interest might be. You want to help that person.
I think trust and friendship are two important qualities Kellenberg teaches. We have to communicate in a marriage. We have to be friends. There's, times where, the romance part is not the only aspect of marriage, and you have to have a best friend there to always be by your side. And I think that those are two important aspects that Kellenberg teaches that you take with you into marriage.